Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space, or whatever plane of existence you might be on. Kenny's here. We're going to get going in just a minute or two. So we found this is the very first time we found the entrance to the Underdark in the ZHENTARIM hideout at WAUKEEN'S Rest, right after a drow and goblin force burned down the historic landmark. So through a dumb error of my own, making my way in here, I screwed up and forgot to do something like this. That right there. Right? So one little slip like that, and yeah. So the last hour or so of my live stream in the last one of us getting here kind of wiped out because I didn't make the transition. There is an automatic scene switcher, but because I don't have a whole lot of scenes to switch in this, I didn't have it on. Anyway, so yes, for the very first time we've found the entrance to the Underdark in the Zhentrim cave, but we are not ready for this. All right. We could, but we're not ready for this. We've been tasked with saving not only ULDER RAVENGARD, who's the head guy of BALDUR'S GATE, but we also have to rescue the Arch Druid HALSIN. And they might be now at the same location. So we do know that the drow and the goblin are involved. We do know absolutely that the Arch Druid HALSIN is being held at MOONRISE TOWERS by MINTHARA and the goblins, but we don't know if ULDER RAVENGARD is there. Okay, so let me show you where this is at for backtracking purposes. On this map, you'll know you're nearby because there's two rooms in the Zhentrim hideout that are pretty well stocked with some interesting things. Okay, so when you're near those two things, you know that you're close. Okay, so when you come out of the second one, there's this little tiny little area here with a couple of things, but as you make your way down and around to go back around, this whole portion of wall is an illusion. So for the very first time, we've all made a perception check and we found it. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. There's the curve to go down. These are the two rooms up here that I'm talking about. That little side thing with a couple boxes over here. One well-laden room here. Okay. And another room here. Locked chests. I pick up a lot of chests, so there was another one in here. Okay. So now what we're doing is trying to make our way back out. And normally there's more guards and wolves and other things in here. But so far we haven't seen them, and we're trying to get back out. We dispatched the group right at the start we came in, and boy, did we make a mistake of this. There was no negotiating and no talking, really. Because when we helped the Zhentrim fight off the gnoll in the cave in a couple of episodes ago, we convinced the Zhentrim soldier to let us steal the box that he was delivering and deliver it ourselves to Baldur's Gate and split the profits and cut the head Zhentrim out. So when we got down in here, they invited us in. They're like, "Oh, you're a friend of that guy's. We've heard all about you. Come on in." So we come on in, and they got the guy strapped to a chair, and they're beating the daylights out of him. And they're like, "Yeah, this is what you get for betraying us and trying to sell goods behind our back." And yeah, we've made our way back out, and there's pretty much nobody here yet. That's interesting. So they're beating the daylights out of him, and they said, we know you guys are helping this guy out, and then they blow us up. And they will blow you up. And so you've got to be prepared for that. So we regrouped, reloaded, and went back in, and this time we rushed the platform where the head boss lady is at, and we reversed the roles. You can reverse the roles and pay back the favor. So when you get in there, if you're just standing down there at the bottom when she calls you out, her and her minions will all run up on this platform area, which I'll show you in just a minute, and they'll shoot fire arrows or throw fiery stuff down and ignite all the barrels of stuff around you and blow you to smithereens. But if you rush the platform early and fast, you have an opportunity to get up on the platform, shove her down to the ground with all of her minions, and then if you're not interested in saving a painter who might reward you later in Baldur's Gate, you can then return the favor by blowing them all up. Luckily, we were able to take them all out, and instead of anything blowing up, make away with all of those explosive barrels. Every single one of them, including that one right there. Why am I so happy? Well, who doesn't love blowing things up? Okay, buddy, you don't need to go over there. He's like, I need to get a better jump on this. I should get to higher ground. Just jump. Now he wants to be like a high diver. Just look at that jump he wants to do. He wants to go all the way up on top. Okay, whatever you need to do. Just can you get over here and get everybody else to go over here? Yeah, let's jump so we can all maybe take a little bit of damage. Show-offs. Okay, where were we? I can't remember now. Oh, I have been picking up all those barrels. I do want to apologize, and I have really talked trash about the interface here and how since the beginning of all visual role-playing games, it's basically the same interface for every single one, and it's really cumbersome to move item by item over to someplace else. They do have that right-click option to send things to camp, but also what I didn't know, and I swore I had tried this at some point, and maybe it's a new feature, but now you can hold left control and select multiple items and then send multiple items back and forth. So that's nice, and I apologize for talking trash about that. I'm like, man, can't we have any sort of evolution in the inventory system? And at least we've got that. So thank you, that helps. Okay, we've been up here. I think that they've changed this up. I don't know why that they would remove all the extra guards and all the experience points that you could get fighting them over here on this side of the map. But they're nowhere to be seen. They're a tough little group. Yeah, normally you encounter them right over here. Thanks for subscribing, Bruno. How How do you pronounce that? Kakzan? You know what? I need to go to Bruno's channel, and I need
Stream Elements is the best.
Stream Elements is the best.
Stream Elements is better.
All right.
Guys, I love Stream Elements more than anything.
Excellent. Excellent.
I've been talking to Stream Elements. Bro, they're fucking legends, dog.
Uh-oh. I can't have the F-bombs. Hopefully we don't get flagged. Yes, definitely. Thank you. So now Bruno, he should now be. We don't have the overlay up for this here. I have an overlay on the main screen. So, but it's so hard to read on the bottom. But when I'm normally doing my flight sims, it's much bigger on the screen. I should probably redo it for Baldur's Gate, but there's so much going on the screen already. But you can see who the most current subscriber is, and Mimpy Meat has been up there for like 2 weeks. So it'll be nice to have Bruno up there. Thank you again. Really appreciate it. I mean, really. Means the world. Okay, so they're gone. Let's make our way back out. This is the area I'm talking about. When you first come in, you come in through here, and she invites you in here. Okay. And you see all of this, what looks like blood on the ground. It's not blood. It's fire wine, oil, and this looks like smoke powder. Okay, you notice how it snakes all along here and up in here and up in here. Okay, she's gonna lure you in here and then accuse you of working with that guy, and all her minions are gonna join her up here. Oscar is gonna run fleeing into this corner over here, and they're then gonna throw flammables down, and it ignites everything in here, travels up through here, blows up barrels there, over here, takes poor Oscar out, and can pretty much, if you're not prepared, do your team in too, your whole team in. But if you rush, as soon as you make it through this door and come through here, rush the platform, get up on the ladder, and get somebody up here. And then we just shoved her off. Just knocked her down here. And her other minions stayed down here. So we took up the high ground. And again, in this case, we chose not to blow everybody up because we want the barrels. And we then saved Oscar too. So we have a new friend, and we gave him $200 for the road, 200 gold, so he can make his way back to Baldur's Gate. And he says he's a famous painter, and we know him from news stories of Baldur's Gate, so he is a somebody, and he has offered to reward us when we get back. This switch here on the wall, as you're making your way out, will turn on a whole bunch of traps going out. So if you want experience, which I probably should have done while we were back up there, is considered all the experience to disarm all the traps. But I don't want to really go through and waste a lot of my lock picking stuff right now. And we'll just call it a day here at the ZHENTARIM Hideout. But if we do need to make our way to the Underdark, this is one way we can do it now. I'd always heard that there was. What's going on? Uh-oh, what do we do? Cancel. We must have... Oh, I see. I clicked on the rock instead of beyond it. We're going to make our way out of here, and we're going to now make our way to the Goblin camp at Moonrise Towers. Okay. That's right, we're behind the wardrobe, so we need to go up and take this ladder to get up. This will take us to the barns next door to WAUKEEN'S Rest. So in the big picture of things, the Zhentrim, they're always operating somewhere, and you can't really blame them because they are who they are. They're trying to reform. They're like organized crime. They're like an army of mobsters, and they've mostly been involved with nefarious things. But they say that they're trying to go legit these days and really just be involved with being mercenaries and being involved with mercantile stuff, and supposedly actually, you know, trying to be good guys and be an army for Farron, or so the story goes. And that's what some people say about them. They're like, look, they're trying to turn a new leaf and become a force for good as opposed for a force for evil. And I honestly, I don't know. I don't know where they stand with all that. But their hideout is right next door to this famous location in Farron here, in the middle of the area. So this is on the Risen Road between ELTUREL and Baldur's Gate. Way closer to ELTUREL than Baldur's Gate, but along that road. And it's called WAUKEEN'S Rest, and it's a I don't know why it's a famous location, but it's been on the maps for ages. So the Zhentrim have an entrance to the Underdark, and a drow and goblin force comes up, or from there possibly, or from Moonrise Towers, and they set fire to the place and took DROW Ravengard. And so what are their involvement in all of this? So it doesn't really help their cause by saying, oh, well, we're trying to be good, when they might be involved. But they weren't, supposedly they weren't involved in this. Supposedly. So in the last video, I recommended that when you come into WAUKEEN'S Rest, ignore everything in here. Don't waste any time. Don't waste any time putzing around. Dilly-dally. Run immediately as fast as you can and help knock this door down. And then as fast as you can, get inside, send 2 people upstairs, and send 2 people to start saving. Let's just say saving instead of looting. 2 people to start saving everything in sight that isn't nailed down, especially the kitchen, and get all the food you can grab in the kitchen. Surprisingly, they seem to have toned down the fire, but it still becomes a hellish inferno for your people trying to get in here and save all that stuff. Okay, send 2 people upstairs. Darn it. And now because I don't have somebody upstairs, But there's somebody to save in here in these 2 rooms, and there's items to be found if you can get to them. Having Shadowheart around to create water now is both good and bad, because something in the rooms now is causing the water to become electrified. So her casting create water to douse some of the flames so you can save that one of the people up there. Again, both good and bad. You have to be able to take the shocks and the pain. Okay, so we're now leaving WAUKEEN'S Rest, and we're going to try to make our way to MOONRISE Towers. Going this way when you leave WAUKEEN'S Rest. Okay, if you head out again and you go to the right, this is one of the most troublesome encounters for most people in all of Baldur's Gate 3. All right, to the right over here, this is the staging area for the Githyanki Patrol. And if you're lucky, you might be able to defeat them easily your first time. You might be a master of Dungeons and Dragons and a master of strategy and tactics and know all the character classes and know how to beat a group of Githyanki down here. Most people aren't. And it potentially is gonna drive you to screaming and shouting obscenities and a lot of strings of obscenities. And you're gonna hate life, and you're gonna hate the developers, and you're gonna hate everything because they're so hard. But like everything else in this game, try something different. Try something different. Try something else. Try something else. There are a million ways to approach it. And several, more than a handful of ways you can defeat them. Another thing you can do and consider is if you can't just outright defeat them face to face with your group versus their group, or just you versus all of them. However, if you can't do it, that's why you see me saving all the barrels and the crates, especially the ones that explode. Because one of the things that I finally resorted to, and I might try it again just for fun, is using Mage Hand. Okay? Mage Hand, I don't know if he has it set. I don't believe he does. Yeah, no. Yeah, he does. Okay, using Mage Hand, you cast it out in front of you. Then there's this little spectral hand. Now you need to make sure that you've clicked on it to activate it, or you'll move Gale, and that's going to be horrible. And it can lift things. Well, maybe it doesn't want to lift that. Great. There's nothing to lift. Let's come over here and try it. Oh man, I picked up everything. How about this? Okay, the spectral hand is moving it. Right? The mage hand is moving it. So move the basket. There it goes. It's not actually going up to it. I don't know what's wrong with the animation. Normally the animation is on it. So let me show you that again. Cast the hand out in front of you.
The path less traveled.
See if you don't. All right, back up. Well, now he doesn't want to cast it. But either way, by using this, it might take forever, but at the same time, it's so satisfying. to bring out every single barrel of explosives and every crate and every barrel that you've collected as you've made your way here and stage them down here. Yeah, I don't want to go too close to this area and trigger anything. Okay. But you can come down here.
Just we admire it from afar.
So the dragon just flew overhead. All right, and you can drop every barrel and crate in this area. And then by using Mage Hand, you can move every single box and crate and barrel of explosives around the Githyanki party. Then you blow them all up. Blow them the F up. So if all else fails, folks, and you can't beat them hand to hand, mano a mano or whatever, blow them up. This is Moonhaven. It's also on your maps of Forgotten Realms, but it is now a blighted village. The Drow and the Goblins have come through here and turned what was once a beautiful place into a ruin. There's some awful, awful business going on in there. There's still a handful of goblins walking around here that think that we're part of the true soul or absolute garbage, and so they aren't hassling us, and I've had no real reason at the moment to take them out. Down this well is where you're gonna find the phase spiders. That was what we did yesterday as well. Over here is where you can make friends with some giant ogres, 3 ogres, and they'll help you in a fight. All right, so now just beyond Moonhaven, the blighted village, is an abandoned. As I understand, it was abandoned. This is Moonrise Towers, and it was a temple to Saluna, or you know, a village, stronghold, temple. I mean, it's a pretty big place. It's way bigger than a temple. And you can recon all around it. Some places down there I don't yeah, you can. We haven't been down there. That's inside of it. So when we saved the goblin Saza, she offered to get us in here without any fights. And so we want to take advantage of that and make our way inside and then work our way out, start laying waste to people on the inside and make our way back out and then deal with the people on the outside. But there's some things that we can do first.
Come on, I'll tell the gods what's what.
So there's Saza. Okay. And she's our key to get in here.
You won't blow from you. No, thanks. Then can it? Ah, feels good to be free. I'll repay you for the favor. Have no doubt.
Well, look what the rat dragged in.
Can it? I know something Ragslin will want to hear.
Yeah? What's that?
I've been in some druid's grove. This one sprang me. Now move over so I can tell Ragslin myself.
Hold on. Where are the raiders?
Dead. Every last one.
Ragslin's drow friend won't be happy to hear that.
She'll be happy enough when I tell her where them loonies is holding up. Let me through.
Hold on now. Is it true what Saz says? You helped her escape that grove? Then behave while you're inside. Our people don't mind it one bit.
That's enough out of you. Come on. Gotta let the drow know where them looters is. We'll be heroes.
What are they doing over there? Chasing birds?
I'm sorry about that. Having an old Toby-induced coughing fit on the mic. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so now walk right in. Howdy, howdy. How you doing? How you doing? Gonna see you soon. Okay. Before we go in, let me show you this area up here. If you have to mount any sort of defense, this is kind of a good spot. You can climb up here, climb down this way, but this has got this little ladder up here. This is a nice spot. All right. It's got a little walkway here. You can't make it over here though. You'd have to use the ladders on this side to get up onto this one. Ladders up here, and for an area up here, a little bit of high ground, and then this recessed area behind it. And I don't think that goes to the Underdark. I think it's just a giant hole, but I could be wrong. Okay, there's another road going out of town up that way. Didn't work in pre-release. I don't know about now. Okay. Come back through these gates and then hang a right, and then we can go into Moonrise Towers.
Hear my voice. Obey my command.
The voice is irresistible. You recognize the overwhelming authority that you've used on others, only infinitely stronger. Your vision clouds, leaving you in a dark, featureless shadowscape, nothingness in every direction. Then there are three figures before you. An armored male elf exuding power and command. A handsome younger man with a quick, easy smile. And a pale young woman with even paler eyes.
These are my chosen. They speak for me. Aid their search for the weapon, and you will be worthy to stand beside them in my presence.
The visions fade and the voice falters. as a strange energy swells around you. The many-sided artifact. Somehow you understand it's repelling the presence.
My power grows. My forces gather. The reckoning draws near.
The voice is quelled. The artifact's doing.
Okay, well, they've changed something there because it was way more dramatic last, and maybe that just depends on who goes in first. You know, you'd think that Shadowheart would be all freaked out because the artifact just suddenly leapt out to do this. Why we're holding it, I don't know. But normally it was this big thing where she was like fighting the voice and a conflict, and she's reaching out for the artifact, and but okay. Examine the artifact. Why isn't Shadowheart freaking out?
Possesses. It shows no sign of it now.
What? That's her prized possession. She's not saying a thing. Very interesting. That just, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's another one of those things. Somebody didn't think about that. They were too busy thinking about genitalia. Okay. Okay, so Volo is up there. You've got a vendor here. You've got this woman over here who runs this chicken game. They have a game back here where you chase a chicken. Okay. So that's their entertainment, along with Volo.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and read it.
The guy at the front door did not tell us that they're having a huge party. He did before, or we didn't open a dialogue with him or something. I'm not sure. But he's like, man, everybody's having a good time. Go in there and have drinks and, you know, everybody's partying their butts off, drinking and eating. So here's their fire pit. Be careful what you just pick to eat there. Okay. Over here is a little side courtyard where this guy is walking around. That there's a little side area over here. Looks like they're messing with the body. It's weird how they've made some of these goblin look. Okay. There's a ladder here, and it takes you up to this area where you can find some goodies. Okay. There is another sigil doorway. So let's make our way over here and get that known to us. Okay. There's a ladder that can get you up here, up to these levels. There's a drawbridge, or not a drawbridge, a bridge here to a tower. This dang camera. By the way, there's a tower here with guards up there. It's a good sniping spot.
The Lounders awake. Here follow, I cry far and wide for great
Okay. That might as well just go and do it. Let's get up on this courtyard so you can see things. So they'll climb a ladder or vines there. And I believe you can come over here and jump. No, not now. No, 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 come back. I swore there was a way to get.
Make haste. This place is making me feel stupider by the second. I mean,
He
more
captured him,
stupid.
right?
Could have killed him. Easy. Fine. I figured I'd give him to the drow. Yeah, keep the absolute.
Okay, well, there's not a way to get up there. There is this way, though. So there's some sleeping guys up here.
Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
Let's come back down and go back to the main courtyard. You can see this, the guy up there. He's actually like a, I think he's a warlock or a wizard instead of a sniper.
The Lounders awake. Here follow, I far and wide for great glory. Draw Reichman's best.
Come on, fellas, what are you doing? Oh, you're still waiting to jump? I'm sorry about that. Okay, come on, everyone. Places, places, come on. Back to the main courtyard.
Name is Draw Reichman, his voice absolute. Disarm you and draw you the truth.
These vines over here will get you up there. All right, so that's how you get up there. There's no doorway or anything like that. Well, cracked wall. I don't believe.
Never knew goblins can't hold their liquor. Shabby work.
Well, I guess so.
Strong push.
I don't recall ever being able to get in from up here, but kind of afraid to break it and cause a ruckus. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I better save because we don't want to cause a problem right now.
As the symbol glows,
Dang it.
power courses through you.
Should have saved first.
Authority.
Hush now, go back to sleep. Lie back down and be silent. In this case, I'm gonna use it because I don't want to cause any problems.
You don't need to tell me twice, boss.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Good night.
Okay, so we can crack that wall. I could possibly cause a problem by trying to grab that barrel too. Okay. Here's how I suggest you think about this. One, let's see if Volo's still down there. If Volo's still up there, create a scene so Volo gets kicked off the stage, okay? Because we want Volo to live. He may be weird, but he's really great. So we want Volo to live. So we need to get him out of here and get him in trouble so they send him back to his cage. Okay. Then I recommend you send somebody over here to initiate. Pardon me.
His name is Drow Raxlin. His voice.
Let me get a drink.
His troops will disarm you and grow you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust.
Okay, so get him in trouble. Come initiate a chicken run game with this lady. Okay. Potentially start placing barrels.
Drow Raxlin's best.
This is a place where you might want to set up some barrels for when you come out. They're gonna rush you.
Goblin kind will accuse you and frelk you.
And you want to set somebody, once the barrels are placed, get the chicken game going so everybody's attention is drawn that way, and have somebody staged over here next to their drinking skull. The skull is filled with their grog, mead, whatever it is they're drinking, and poison it. All right, and as soon as you poison it, get everybody through that door back there and start with your interior adventure. So chances are, when you're making your way back out, everything, when you come back out, that door might be hostile. And so you're gonna have a fight. All right. This guy I don't like dealing with. He's a pain in the butt. So one of the reasons we save those crates and barrels, and I hope it works. This could take a little bit of time. I should probably download this live stream and then edit this and do what they do. You know, they like speed it up and running it in fast speed. Because this can take a little bit of time, but planning is everything. And you know, after dying so many times, taking a little bit of time seems worth it. Okay, so we've already got one fire wine barrel on us. But what I really need is, for the moment, is just plain crates and barrels. Yep. Let me do it the fancy way. Control. What, did it deselect them? I'm encumbered. Yep, of course I am. Okay, bring over Lizelle. She's strong. What's going on? Uh-oh. I don't know. I didn't follow their rules explicitly on uninstalling the old version, and weird bugs can happen, like we lose all of our screen stuff down here, all of our commands, and things go haywire. Do a save and then exit to the main menu and come back in. Oh, can't do a save. Well, that's not good. We were at least able to do that last time. Okay, let's try clicking character select and switch characters. Back to our main. It may be because he was in inventory. I don't know. Let's see. No, the UI goes away with Lizelle. It's usually her that causes the bug too. So click character, select, go back to somebody else. Now see if you can save. Yes. Go back to the main menu and come back in. The river Chianthar flows from Ariabor all the way to Baldur's Gate. Trade keeps the realms alive. Most people are happy to barter if asked. All you influencers out there, please insist the next D&D game be built with the camera in mind first. Like the world's greatest video game camera. So you can put it anywhere. View things from all kinds of different angles. Okay, we wanted Lizelle to go to the chest. Our UI is still here now and back. So in the past, where are we over there? In the past, they didn't mind if you put down barrels and it doesn't cause an immediate conflict. I want that guy to leave the area. There he goes.
ages dawning with goblins and trust.
All right, so like I said, you might get rushed.
Hinders to quake. The true souls are coming. The Lounders awake.
Trying to think of.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Drow and his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and draw you the truth. The new age is dawning with goblins and trust.
Uh-oh. That was dumb.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun. Aye, so much. The true souls are coming. The Lounders are quick.
Darn camera. Shadowheart, that's exactly where I need to be to put this. Oh no, Gale wants to eat more artifacts. Okay. Boxes for you to play with, Mongo. Boxes. I don't know. I'm not going to take the chance that he can now jump. I've seen people jump now in really impossible heights over these things. So I got the boxes on hand. Might as well use them. Boxes, Mongo.
Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
Okay. Now, I'm going to probably go back here in a minute, but you might want to set up some things that go boom. You might have an opportunity to detonate some of this stuff.
Or be you beheaded. Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Draw Ranksland, his voice absolute. His troops will disarm you and roar you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Mountains, great mortals, all hinders to quake. The true souls are coming, their louders awake. Here follow.
Okay, let's deal with Gale before we move on.
My condition likes being ignored as little as I do. I must consume another artifact. And soon.
I remember reading somebody say in the forum, kill Gale as fast as possible. Kill Gale and just never let him continue. Because doesn't he come across as the coolest guy and you really like him, and who knows, he might end up being the guy you're gonna have to take out because he can devour a world or something. There, eat that.
Thank you. Good gods. It hardly has any effect. Oh, Mistra, have mercy on us all. Listen, I need to speak to you, to all of you. It would be unconscionable of me to remain silent.
Okay, this is new. Go on.
I might just be about to remedy that. You have to know who I was.
Uh-oh.
You have to know who I really am. What I am is a walking shadow of the promise I once held. I'm what one might call a wizard prodigy. Who from an early age could not only control the weave, but
thank you, YouTube.
Compose it. Much like a
Cute.
musician or a poet. Such was my skill that it earned me the attention of the mother of magic herself. The Lady of Mysteries. The goddess Mistra. She revealed herself to me and she became my teacher. In time, she became my muse. And later, even my lover.
One moment. But it usually never see. I'll have to do that in testing because I just don't trust it. I'm sorry. She revealed herself to me. She became my teacher. In time, she became my muse, and later, even my lover. Are you telling me that you made love to a goddess?
Oh, yes. We enjoyed each other's company. Body, mind, and soul. But even so, I desired more. You see, no matter how powerful a wizard we mortals can become, we never scratch more than the surface of the weave. Mistra keeps us in check. There are boundaries she doesn't let us cross. Yet, every time I was with her, I stood on the precipice, gazing into the wonders that lay beyond. I sought to cross her boundaries.
Uh-huh. So how did you cross the boundaries?
Pouted, pleaded, swore my ambition was only to serve her better. She only smiled and told me to be contented. Inconceivable as it seems to me now, I shared a bed with a goddess. Yet I wasn't satisfied. So I sought to prove myself worthy to her instead. We come now to the crux of my folly. Shall I share the story behind it, or would you rather head straight to its sordid finale?
You brought it up. Can we go over that later? Straight to the sordid, please. Yeah, okay. Straight to the sordid. You brought it up.
An obscure and ancient book, and locked away inside a much coveted prize. It was a fragment of primal weave, locked out of time, locked away from Mystra herself. What if, I thought, what if, after all this time, I could return this lost part of herself to the goddess? I was certain that this deed of raw power, draped in romance, would convince Mystra to take me by the hand and welcome me into her hitherto forbidden domains. I was mistaken. I obtained the fabled book and took it into my study. As for what happened next... Here. Place your hand over my heart. Let me show you.
You feel the tadpole quiver as you realize Gale is letting you in, into the dark. You see through Gale's eyes, staring down the corridors of a dread memory. Bound, and suddenly opened. Inside there are no pages, only a swirling mass of blackest weave that pounces. Its teeth, its claws, it's unstoppable as it digs through and becomes part of you. And gods, is it ever hungry.
Thankfully, the moment I absorbed the fragment wasn't enough to kill me outright. It was only the beginning.
Did you see him look at the camera real quick?
This netherese blight, this orb, for lack of a better word, is balled up inside my chest. And it needs to be fed. As long as I absorb traces of the weave from potent enough sources, it remains quiet. And never to fully destabilize.
Gale's got a warp core. Go on.
I will erupt. I don't know the exact magnitude of the eruption, but given my studies of netherese magic, I'd say even a fragment as small as the one I carry, it'd level a city the size of Waterdeep.
Boom.
Thrice-damned rotten bastard! You've been the greatest threat to our lives all this time!
I swear to you I wasn't. But I've no choice but to admit I am now. Perhaps it would be best if I leave. Put as much distance between us as I can before the orb erupts.
One moment. We have neighbors that have wonderful pets. And we have wonderful pets too. And everybody respects their boundaries for the most part. And their pets are particularly good at detecting noises and barking when they're disturbed, but they don't bark willy-nilly. Rarely ever. Maybe it's some of our pets, but none of ours are out. So my point, when our neighbors' awesome pets are disturbed, they bark. And it's rare. So, in a moment after hearing that, which you probably didn't hear, give me a moment to just turn on a couple of outside lights to calm them down. Yeah, you know what I mean. Maybe even some interior lights. All right. So yeah, so Gale's got a warp core. And containment can fail. He's saying. That's terms I understand. I need to really dust this desk. This is getting out of hand. Okay. And he can blow up and Lazelle's mad. So. But as a Baldurian, I would remind Lazelle that Farron is there's no end to the amount of magic items to be found in Farron. I mean, in the past and distant past, and then we're talking distant. Okay, in the distant past, there was powerful magic. In the distant past, there was powerful magic. In the distant past, there was powerful magic. In the most recent distant past, there's been powerful magic all over the place. So now, as we approach where we're at in DR 1495, something or another, Lazelle, all you got to do is just turn over a rock, and you're going to find something. So to keep him fed, you know, it might require more, and if it's not feeding it and it's just because magic's fading or something, then there's nothing we can do. But if it's just a matter of running around finding objects, then yeah. So he's talking about having this Netherese. They were a race of people that had flying cities all over the place. Sorry, I'm trying to straighten up my desk real quick, and I know I'm not moving. I haven't been moving for a while. We've been kind of on a break. But it was starting to really gross me out. Even seeing a layer of dust. It's a glass table too, so it looks particularly gross. Right? And unkempt and all of that, so almost got it all. And then I'm stupid and I still smoke. And so yeah, if I don't stay on top of it, there's always a layer of ash covering everything. Speaking of, also, I'm discovering that I'm having a microphone issue again, just when I thought I have them all worked out. But I'll kind of try to do two things at once. Is there nothing we can do? I know we can do stuff. Unbelievable. Did you ever think this would happen if the tadpole got the better of you? I should just kill you. Is there nothing we can do?
I chance upon a king's collection of magical artifacts around the corner.
Plenty.
We might cross paths with a miracle round the bend. We might not. All of this. It must feel like a betrayal. Say the word, and we'll part ways.
Nah. Dude, the best that we could do is use you as a bomb. I mean, what are friends for? I mean, if you have to make the ultimate sacrifice, Gale, it was nice knowing you. Just about the size of Baldur's Gate, right? You said? That's not too big. Okay. We've come this far together and we'll continue on together. That's how it will be. And if we were to part ways, where would you go?
Once I'd step out of the protective aura of the artifact, it wouldn't be long before the Absolute overtakes me. I'd never let that happen, so I'd aim for a swift end. I would consume some midnight tears and venture as deep into the Underdark as I possibly could. Till they cloud my eyes forever. With a bit of luck, I'd manage to make it to a mind flare colony so that when the orb erupts...
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it.
...song of vengeance would reverberate through the dark.
That's a plan. Yes.
Coarsely poetic enough in its justice.
Yes. Ah, we are friends. All right.
That is a great relief. Oh, a great relief indeed. You truly are a soul that steals my own. From all my new rallied heart, I thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you all. I understand if you stand against me. I'm humbled if you stand with me. Either way, I will do my best not to let you down. I stand at a precipice, but if you do not give up hope, neither shall I. I'll fight. I'll resist as long as I can. Now, even I am tired of the sound of my own voice. Let us venture forth.
You know what else is around the corner? I mean, it's so close, and then it's vast. The Fields of the Dead, right? Right? Think about that. If we were to take this to okay, let's take this out of video game and let's take this story and let's move it on to tabletop, okay? And the quest is to, you know, how do we do that? How do we supply Gale with a mountain full of magical items? Okay, so maybe you want to do this as a an offshoot tabletop adventure for your Baldur's Gate friends, right? What would we do? How would we save Gale? How would you save Gale? Okay, and that's the answer, in my opinion. There's so much more, even. I mean, even beyond the vastness of what is right next door. Beyond that, there are major locations of great magical power. But right next door to all of this, and again, it stretches from here all the way basically to Baldur's Gate, is the Fields of the Dead. So break out your Forgotten Realms maps and take a look at that. Okay, so wars in the past between here, between ELTUREL and Baldur's Gate, many wars over recent past, distant past, distant past, distant past, distant past, and distant past. All have kind of fought in that area. So now add that into people had flying cities and now you've got these ships falling all over the place. The Illithid ships falling all over the place. Okay, so just think of all of the goodies that are just lying around and under the ground and under that ground and under the ground and under the ground and then under the ground between here and Baldur's Gate. That's how you can supply. That's how you can supply Gale with a mountain load of stuff, and we can get him to be an old man, and so he never has to go into the Underdark to blow himself up. Okay, so we've got our boxes in place. Okay, I don't want to dilly-dally too much more and waste more of your time. I'm so sorry. Now I said when we come back out, we're probably, well, we're going to get rushed. So stand here and imagine everything out there, plus in that courtyard over there. And then there's that guy there. are all going to be hostile and run towards you. So I built this here so if they have to, I mean, we can funnel. If we have to get out, we can jump this stuff. They can jump this stuff, but we're really limiting floor space. They can come through here, but any sort of thing that can just slow them down and maybe give us the ability to take just maybe one or two on at a time as opposed to being encircled. Okay, now here's where the fun can begin, depending on how you look at it. Save your game for sure. You don't have to do it this way. Come up with your own fun ways. I mean, just think about what you want to do, and you're going to come up with lots and lots and lots of fun ways. Okay, I said I wanted to go back to the camp one more time and grab now explosives. So when you come out, you might have an opportunity to quickly detonate some explosives at anybody that's rushing you. Yeah, some people don't mess around. They're just so powerful. They just run out and just whoop everybody's butt. But I couldn't. And in the past, I have not been able to just do that. I'm gaining a lot more confidence in my ability to survive the more I play. Because now I've beaten the Githyanki without having to resort to blowing people up. They're like, blowing people up is cheese, man. You're not X-menning it. You know what I mean? You're not applying what you learned in the danger room to the world, Bilbo. You're missing the point. I get it. So they say that using explosives is cheese. But sometimes if you can't, then all's fair in love and war. And that's all that matters, is that if you want to move forward. So it doesn't matter how you get there, you got there.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is DROW, his voice absolute.
I know, I'm sorry if Bolo's driving you crazy. I'm hoping that's enough distance between those. Okay. And just put one over there because these guys coming that way. All right. Now, we can also use this horn when you come out, and we can summon those ogres to help us. And hopefully, if what we are attempting to do next, between us and the ogres, it will be easy work to deal with everything out here. Okay, so we need to now get Volo sent back to his cage, get a game of chicken going, and get somebody over here to poison this skull. So I'll split the party. I have the... Or does Gale have it? The wyvern poison. One to 8. Let's check and see if we have anything more potent.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Draw Raxland, his voice absolute.
This doesn't say.
Will disarm you and grow you the truth. Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must. A new age is dawning with goblins and trust. Mountains, great mortals, all kinders to quake.
1d4.
The true souls are coming, their louders awake. Here follow, my power and fight for great glory.
Yeah, okay. So the wyvern poison. So I'll stage Gale over here.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden.
You know what? His sleight of hand kind of... Let's see. What is his dex? I got to think about this so I don't... You know, if there's anything I could do wrong. Even something like that. Who's got the better dex at this? So the fighter character, Kineas here. Who's been my D&D character for years, 20 plus years, 30 years now. I'm that old. Maybe 40. Really? No, it can't be 40. All right. So Kin has the poison. Stage him here. We'll send Gale over to Volo. No. You come back. Okay. Gale, please, yes. We're gonna send Lae'zel.
Goblin kind will tease you and throat you and redden. His name is Draw Raxland, his voice absolute.
Charisma 8. Charisma 8. I find that surprising. Dex. Dex. Doesn't really matter then. We'll send Shadowheart to go initiate the chicken run. And Lae'zel will just get you out of the way and get you over here by the door. Okay. Back to Gale.
His name is Draw Raxland, his voice absolute.
Let's finally put an end to this. You exactly. Now I'm in the proper mood to just give him what what for.
With fragulous crown and with scepter abraid, Draw Raxland, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filtheny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Raxland, the true soul, had led you gallant.
Boo, get off the stage.
I never.
You, move off!
Do as she says. Now. Now, where was I?
Wait a tick. That a friend of yours?
Certainly not. What are you doing? I'm busy here.
You lying.
To you? Never. Come, let's continue our ballad.
Boo! You stink. Free bird. Free bird. Boo. Boo. Child could write better poetry.
Draw excellent.
You broke him.
Wait, wait. Draw excellent. We play.
Come on, pigeon. Back to your cage.
Now, look what you've done.
Come on.
Of course, sir.
My name's Gripper, idiot.
Right, yes. Not for me.
Okay. We did it out of love, Volo. Okay. Thank you, Gail. You are a star. You know, I hadn't thought to unload anything on this vendor over here. We still have time. Let's see what he has.
You look like you got something jingling in your pocket. Looking to spend it?
All right. A doom hammer. Edge of terror. Each strike fills the target with chilling dread that prevents it from regaining hit points. Undead creature also get disadvantage on attack rolls. Where was that when you needed it? Tenacity. When you miss an attack, you deal 1 bludgeoning damage anyway. Very nice. Gloves of archery. Corellian's guiding hand. Gain proficiency with long bows and short bows. In addition, your ranged weapon attacks deal an additional 2 damage. That's good stuff. And what a price, actually. Yeah, that's a bargain. I don't want to mess around. Boots of Aid and Comfort. The comeback. When a wearer heals a target, it gains an additional 3 temp hit points. It's not a whole lot. Weapon enchantment +1. +1. Oh, hide armor +2, rare medium, 14. Balance gain 1 bonus to dex saving throws and checks. Ambusher gain 1 +1 bonus to initiating rolls. Swire-C shoes, refined vaulting. Jump distance is increased by 1.5 meter. +1. That's nice. We just hooked up our paladin. We're basically doing this. I am running tabletop version of something very, very like this. I'm using all of this, and that's currently, they're currently in this area right now. But we have a paladin, and he got hooked up with a returning javelin. Homing weapon. This weapon will return to its owner when thrown. +1. 1d10. Man, these are actually really affordable. I can't believe it. He must be drunk. That is pricey. you know. We might get our money. We might get our money back anyway. He's got the nice steak, huh? The steaks. All right.
Get moving. Other customers.
All right. We don't need Gale anymore. We can get him off the field. All right, back to Shadowheart.
Well now, you look like a tough un, but have you got smarts, skills, guts?
All that and more.
Gonna need it, mate. This ain't your standard dungeon dive, right? This is chicken chasing.
Chicken chasing what?
Only the greatest game since eggs sprouted legs, mate. You just gotta chase the chicken round the course and through the posts. But that ain't all. Gotta do it quick and alone. Any of your mates step in, you lose. Time runs out, you lose. Sound easy? It ain't. Better contenders than you have been bested by the bird.
Sounds fun. Count me in.
Show a bit of respect, mate. This is serious business. Besides, we gotta agree stakes before we begin, don't we?
Sure. 30 gold.
We got the coin. We got the challenger. Now we just need the crowd, eh? We're starting a new game. Move your eyes. What are you waiting for? Shimmy on the starting mark and let's get going. Chase that chicken!
I'm going to put it into turn-based mode. Okay. We're hoping that now people are going to be looking that direction. This guy isn't. So that kind of sucks, but hopefully with this Dex, right click the tub and choose combine. The wyvern toxin. Save your game. Let's see. Do it again. Good mind. They have been poisoned. Now, to hightail it over here and hope I don't draw an encounter. I don't know if we're supposed to. I honestly don't know what we do with the chicken. But I'll just enter turn there. Get it back on the field. That guy looked the other way. So far, so good.
Whatever it takes.
The chicken's head bobs, eyes darting around at the leering goblin faces. She's terrified.
Well, yeah. We just sent him in there. That way he's clear. Suppose we could just send them all in there and get them out of the way.
Let's make it interesting, eh?
That's the game done. Come here. Oof! Hard luck, mate. Told you it weren't as easy as it looked.
All right. So, yes, a toast. Keep toasting. Keep toasting.
To finding those looters and crushing them.
To the absolute!
One moment, please.
Must have been no strangers.
Chop, 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 chop.
Someone's killing us off.
Chop, chop, chop.
Battle stations.
Chop, chop, chop. That didn't work. Chop, chop, chop. Chop, chop, chop. Chop.
Some nos.
Chop, chop, chop.
Got it in for us.
Proper claw.
Chop, chop, chop. Well, hopefully that's better. Seemed like it was picking up, like, not only me, like everything beyond me and like down the street. Still seems too sensitive. Much. Okay. We are in the clear. We have poisoned them, and time will now do the rest.
Aye. Might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
There's Saza.
Seluna. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
She's a servant of Shar, and Shar and Seluna don't get along, and so that's the problem, but we'll ask her.
Seluna's a bad omen. Just look what's befallen her temple. Though, I'll grant it must have been impressive once, in all its profane glory. I wonder what happened. No matter. I'll breathe easier once we're clear of this place.
That's so funny. It's, you know, you don't want to insult the gal, but it's like, you know, I don't understand. I mean, I understand, I don't. I mean, it's a cosmic thing. It's where the B-52s jump in and do a musical montage. Cosmic thing. Right? But without the sun. Right? She wouldn't even be here to be saying that. It's like you're alive because of that. You're able to live. Don't you? I mean, I don't understand. It's really kind of dumb. I understand you want to worship her and all that, but at the same time, it's kind of dumb. Because, yeah, but don't you see the... Okay.
We don't have time for this. Besides, I already explained myself.
Right. Right, yeah.
Oi! Ain't no party in here. Shut it!
It ain't no disco. This ain't no fooling around.
Got a visitor for the drow, I do. My arse. What's a true soul want with any mate of yours?
Private business, that is.
Raiding business. But if anyone wants a piss pot guarded, we'll call.
Just get your friend branded proper. Right, Sazza? Got better things to do than...
No, you don't. Come on, then.
Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now.
All right.
Just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got 'em.
You see that drum right here?
We'll know who sent them.
Aye. Might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some real fun.
Okay. If anybody in this building beats on one of these drums, and there's multiples all over the place, then it immediately makes everything hostile. So my best advice is to move through the place stealthily, with stealth in mind, and locate these. And
Bloody racket.
you still have work to do in here to save the druid and possibly the duke.
Aye, so much
But
fun.
you can't do it in this room right now because they're all in here.
And once the whelp starts singing, we'll
All right, but I wanted to point that out. So we'll get everybody out here. We'll shut that door.
That'll be some real fun.
Okay. Your first objective, if you want, don't have to, just play it the way you want. But for me, when you make your way down here, this is priestess. Okay, and you're gonna have an interaction with her, and she's gonna try to offer to take the worm out of our heads. So she's one of those that you want to, you want to find out if you can, right? So we're going to be dealing with her, and that'll take us to a room over there, but I don't think we want to do that just yet, in my opinion. And if we make ourselves immediately to the right, and look right here, there's a drum. In this room over here, somebody's being tortured. I don't think it's the Duke. I think it wasn't in pre-release. It's one of the guys that was on the raiding party or whatever was escorting Halsin, the Arch Druid HALSIN. Okay. There's a strange fellow in here. He's a guy I think that they hired to be a torturer of this guy, or just he's a torturer. He's all into pain. He's a freak. Okay, Volo is in here, and he's got somebody watching out for him. A guard on him. Okay. Now, there's usually one guard that walks back and forth through here. So we're just gonna sit here a minute and see if there is a guard still doing patrols here. There he is. Okay, we need to pay attention to his movement before we decide to do some things, like take out that drum. Can't have him in the area or looking around. One thing we could do is turn off the torch. Might help. Darken the area up a bit. We could put that fire out. Okay. He's walking back. Oh, that's a different one. Aha, they've got two now to worry about. So this guy's coming up and staring. We need him to be gone and the other. Wow, I wonder if he showed up because we put the torch out. That would be a first. So now we gotta worry about him. He's right there where we need to take this out. Okay. Okay, he's gone that way, he's gone that way. She got the drum. He's looking that way, the other guy's looking downstairs. So we got the drum. Well, now it just depends on kind of what you want to do. I want to see if I can time it just a little bit again. See if they're going to come back. And then we'll run in there. Oh, you know what? Shoot. This is where Will has an interaction. Alright, I'm glad I stopped. Because I discovered that, yeah.
Been damaging property around here.
Oh no.
You have a feeling you're under suspicion.
They've never done that before, so they're saying somebody saw us do that. Maybe a little gold to smooth this over.
Improperly acquired coin weighs heavy on the conscience. The bribe may have worked this time, but it won't work the next.
That was surprising. That shouldn't have been seen. Wow. Okay, Will. He knows one of the guys in that room that's torturing.
Never a dull moment.
I wasn't expecting it, but I'm glad to have some company on this journey.
Actually, it's I'm trying to think who we'd want to leave behind in this situation. Maybe Shadowheart. Oh boy. No. Let's go with Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening. I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime.
Well met. That's the spirit.
Gain the cantrip. Too bad they can't work in tandem. I mean, they can, but just have to operate one at a time. So. And raw. Damages all nearby creatures and objects. Creatures made of inorganic materials such as stone have disadvantage on their saving throws. On save, targets still take half damage. That just sounds interesting. Okay, well now what do you do? Huh. Okay, maybe it'll just... Oh. Just move on. A feat. How about duel? We'll stick with duel. That's just fun. So let's get him another weapon. Speedy light feet. AC 11. Okay. All right, coat the weapon. Coat the weapon. Is it only one? All right. No, not the... Oh, that's right. We did buy that extra stuff. Oh, and Gale's got it. Oh well, she missed out. Enough wasting time. Do we need to rest? No.
Poor lad. I could give you peace, you know. But no. You gotta keep silent, don't you? Where do they
Oh yeah, of course that's not the Duke. The Duke is black.
Stop! Here to see your friend, have ya? Come and join him if you like.
Say we'll take over. His work is sloppy. He'll kill the prisoner too quickly.
The mark glows, but you feel nothing in response. Your illithid power is beyond reach until you rest.
I'm going to leave. Let's get Will.
Poor lad. But no. Please! Here to see your friend.
Say we'll take over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you.
Alright, well they've changed the story. Now, because Will... That's so strange. I don't know why they would do that. In the pre-release... He knew this guy, and he knew a guy in the Blighted Village. And they were partners of his, and they mock him for losing his eye, and this guy has his eyeball. Yeah, well, he did. One of the jailers, this guy or this guy, Spike. Yeah, he has or had Will's eyeball.
Me right? Oh,
All's well, I hope. Aside from the obvious.
Little girls. They'll eat you through your belly button. Right down to your guts. Munch, munch. And don't worry about passing out. I'll make sure you stay awake.
So the guard back here. No, this guy.
You're being arrested for assault, judging by...
Nope, doesn't have his eyeball. So one of the guards over here saw. I know where he was. He was up on the catwalk. But hopefully nobody goes and beats a drum. That person is going to be possibly seen by the guards, and then, oh man, turn bad very quickly. We possibly might have to reload and rethink this. But it's time for somebody up there. Thank goodness I don't see any of the other guards just yet.
A bright idea. Fight's not over, so
All right, nobody else so far was alerted. That's good. That's great.
Please, let me out.
There's been a murder, and it looks like you're a suspect.
Dang it.
Your gold buys contempt, but not freedom. You're about to be detained.
I've never allowed myself to be arrested. I don't know what that entails. That would probably take us down into the dungeon with Halsin, though. But only she's alerted.
Victory awaits.
Please, let me out. There's no reason for this. Somewhere underneath the temple. Brian had instructions, but the goblins got him. They said they'd eat him. Please, these shackles. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. That's much better.
The lock clicks and opens.
Thank you. I better go before they catch us. I should be able to make it to the grove on my own. They need to know they're in danger.
Have you seen a druid called Halsin?
Halsin?
Halsin? Hansel?
No.
Hansel?
Changed into a bear, but I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still alive. The grove, to the east. They wanted to know where we came from. They'll kill everyone. Please, I need to warn them. I don't know. He just said someone
The Rowaken.
the Rowaken would reward us if we found it. That's all.
So, he has some, well, It's just somebody paying for an item to be found. That doesn't necessarily mean it's an evil thing. Okay. Should have all jumped over that. That was dumb.
Very well.
So there's this strange fellow in here.
I feel it.
Greetings, child. I've met few aside from goblins here. Ah, are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
I'm only passing through.
Your tastes must turn to the exotic if you would stop here by choice. I was invited to discuss pain and its intricacies, but even I find these goblins crude and, well, primitive. Pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Then why are you beating yourself?
I realize this looks strange, but I assure you, it is a most intimate form of worship.
Yeah, huh?
You see, pain is a loving thing, but trying to explain it to these goblins has proven. Forgive me, but that look in your eyes, something terrible has happened to you. Because I see those same eyes when I look in the mirror, dear one. We've all suffered in these dark times. It is little wonder you bear scars of pain and anguish. Please, let me alleviate this pain.
I don't need any alleviating. Thanks.
A pity you would have known such sweet relief at my hands. Should you realize you need my assistance, come back. I'll be waiting.
So everybody tries to kill you that in some weird way. I haven't played it through to see what happens if you do choose to let him try. But it's usually unpleasant, you know. Let's have a quick look around for guards.
Actions have not gone unnoticed. If they persist, it seems they will not go unpunished.
Ooh, again, am I missing somebody up on the catwalk? It's hard to see up there. But nobody should be able to see us. But hey, I don't know. Maybe they just meant him. Well, yeah, of course.
Greetings,
You recognize.
Are you also here to assist with the prisoner?
What?
A gentle pain without purpose is a terrible thing. Well met, dear child.
Oh, come on.
Would you enjoy
trying to...
some hands-on worship? Well met, dear child. Would...
All right.
Your violence is drawing the wrong kind of attention.
Oh, if you keep hitting me, there might be trouble.
You recognize.
Are you also here to assist? Your tastes must turn. With pain without purpose is a...
Your aggression has won you no friend. Actions are pushing.
Like its will be done.
Well met, dear child. Would you enjoy...
Come on, one now.
Well met, dear child. Would you Well met.
You're kidding me.
Would you enjoy some... Well met, dear child. Would you
Well, sometimes when it bugs out or does weird things like that, save it, go back to the main menu, come back in. That's so funny. Just because he's into the pain, that's what makes it so funny. If you keep hurting me and giving me the pain that I love, this could turn bad. Now... But keep doing it. I'm digging it. You're taking me there. Oh boy, are we. I need a can of that compressed air. Yankee Knights are gifted dragons. Pretty neat. It won't let you kill.
Dear child,
I guess you
enjoy
you just can't kill this guy.
Worship of Leviat.
Huh. Suppose we could back up and bomb him with something. One way or another. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get you. Maybe next week. I hear her. Where is she? I don't see her. Oh yeah, right there. Oh.
A timely intervention. Look at this. I'm quite saved. A joy to see a familiar face in such a precarious setting. I guarantee the story of your daring rescue of my person will live on for eons. I intend to do just that. A trusty invisibility potion goes a long way in a place like this. We mustn't tarry, but I'd hate for our friendship to end here. Please, won't you meet me once we've both slipped the goblin yoke?
Go to my camp.
Soon, my friend. Soon we can share a flagon of something liquid and a tale of daring do. I'll slip away when the coast is clear. See you soon, my friend. I simply can't wait to pick your brain.
There's nothing in here that we want or need.
Best be on my way.
Just wondering how much money we have on us. Keep getting these fines. You know, again, we'll probably get it all back. I just don't want to have it turn bad or something. Okay. So just keep going along this route, following these walls. And go to the right here, past these guards. There's somebody.
Those eyes. Again.
There's
Become spider food.
a rat you might be able to talk to. I forgot about this ladder.
What are they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from. What are they doing? Hiding in trees? We'll smoke them out. No.
There's Minthara, the drow.
The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving around out there. Something big.
It's not our concern. Our prey is elsewhere.
How about I start following you, eh? How'd you like that?
Won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Although we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
All right. So some chests. I don't need to get into them right now because got guards walking around, and then another room on this side. Being here reminds me of what's going to happen next, and I'm not real thrilled about it at all, to be honest.
Freshened up and ready to fight.
All right, let's split the group.
Put your arm in it, Three. You want to grow involved with me? You're going to be a hunter, so show it.
So,
See? He squealed! Hit it again! Keep your hands steady, Three. Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
the hell's are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises.
We made it squeal.
Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
Leave him alone. How about a taste of your own medicine? I'll just say leave him alone.
What here? Get lost if you can't stand a bit of roughhousing.
Attack the goblins. Okay, not fun. Not fun at all. Well, that's new. Dang it. You got the door. All right. The will is up. Very nice. Juicing. He's juicing. It's that spider, isn't it? Where is Halsin? Did he go after it? Oh, he's up there messing with the spider. What? How is it interrupted? I see, she's just out of movement. Piercing shot. Lacerate. Hellish Rebuke. Grease. Concussive strike. That shot from behind. Dang it. Vicious. Where are those? Oh, Gale's got them. Bought all that stuff, and I should have given her those boots right away. Really? He just drew an opportunity attack on her. Now she needs it for herself. That was a complete waste of time. That was a failed maneuver.
Take you.
The blade will not bend.
Backbreaker. Tenacity. Oh, yep. That's what we get for messing up. Offhand attack. Very nice.
Fast. Heal.
Oh, he's trying to. He put Shadow Heart in the negs and killed her. That sucks. Well, we've got money. I don't know how much he's going to charge, but.
Victor's path.
I can't believe Halsin was over there messing with that spider.
Death's close at hand.
Dang it. Slip. Wow.
Pardon the viscera. One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but...
Okay,
are quite far down the list. You aided a bear without knowing if it would savage you. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the Druid Halsin.
Okay. You said you could help me with the parasite in my head.
Parasite in your head? That... You mean you have one of them? Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn.
Well, yeah.
Something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I escaped from the illithid ship.
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck.
You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let me tell you what I know. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them, someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure. I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to MOONRISE Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
But this is MOONRISE Towers. I don't understand. I think they call the place in the Underdark MOONRISE Towers. Cure at MOONRISE Towers. But this is Saluna's place. So, yeah. Maybe I got the names wrong or mixed up, but... I wonder if they're just saying this is Moon... No, this isn't Moonhaven. That's the village. Okay.
I'm as certain as I can be. If you have a better alternative, I won't stop you. I can't stop you, in fact, which brings me to my next problem. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise.
I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime.
Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the Drow Minthara, the hobgoblin Draw Ragslin, and that perversion of a priestess, Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
Okay. So in this playthrough, unfortunately, we're going to do that. We're going to take everybody out. The downside is we don't get to get the cool battle at the Emerald Grove. I don't think. I don't know that there's a way to do this without or do this right without. I'm not entirely certain. But it's usually either one or the other. Either we're going to kill everybody here, or we're going to not, and she'll send a raiding party And then when we get back there, there's this big battle where we can join in on to save the place. But more experience for us if we do it ourselves.
Be warned. My presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. I won't be able to help but attack goblins. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion when approaching the goblin leaders.
All right. Stay here.
Focus on the leaders. That's all it will take to restore the balance here.
So what are they calling this place then? Give me a minute. I'm gonna look up Moonrise Towers. Oh, what? Oh, shoot. Oh, no, she's dead too. I don't know that we have the money for this.
Blade at the ready.
Maybe. Well, where is he? You know who I'm talking about, the creepy old guy?
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Another step forward.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally? Then thou must return with the proper payment. This is the price of balance. Well counted. I recommend keeping my distance for a moment. By doom and dusk, I strike thy name from the archives. Rise.
Handy, huh?
is heavy. Moisture drips down your forehead. Pain shoots through your fingers. The world swims as you close, then reopen your eyes. How long have you been waiting here? A moment, a night, a 10-day?
10-day.
Tuthill gate vlaketh Mazathok. Can you feel it crawling through you? Tendrils squirming in your chest, gripping your heart, piercing your belly. Your bones popping, your flesh swelling. I can. I see it in you. I feel it in me. We are lost. I will be quick with my blade. First you, then the others, then myself.
Your minds intertwine. You sense a touch of uncertainty, a touch of disgust.
It's just a fever. Nice. Advantage dice. Take the highest.
I cannot trust my own mind. So it seems I must trust yours. I will wait. But know this. I am watching. If the sickness does not pass come dawn, I will end us all.
Lizelle, you look ridiculous in that. You already look all cracky. This is new.
I came just in time.
Oh.
You are transforming.
Yes, you have. I saved you before. And I'm here to save you again. Don't worry. You will not become a mind flayer. Not while I'm around. I'll protect you. Independent. Good. We haven't much time, so listen closely. There is great potential within you. It comes from that parasite. Your instinct is to resist the power it gives, but you must accept it, nurture it. I will keep it from consuming you, but for the sake of both of us, you must learn to wield it. Fight for the fate of Faerun. A fight we are losing. For now. You can change that, but only if you embrace your enemy is closing in. I will be back. Wake now. You'll feel better. I promise.
Well, that was new. Very interesting. All right, everybody's back. We don't really need Will anymore. It's probably better to have though, to be honest. Line breaker boots, adrenaline rush. Once per turn, when you dash, you gain wrath for 2 turns. Well, I definitely like that. This is all suspicious. It's people and stuff, so I wouldn't. But this, on the other hand, it's just pork, yeah. You can't take those.
decaying legs protrude from the hole. A failed escape, it seems. It seems the tunnel collapsed mid-dig and suffocated him. A crooked heart is embroidered on his left shoe. The body comes loose, revealing a tunnel. Perhaps you can escape where he failed.
Nope. I'm not interested in leaving. Okay. And Halsin is staying put. Send it all to camp. You know what we're missing? Is my background music. Change that over to epic. Explosives.
I'll take that. Let's see what this does.
Do you think the dwarf is ready yet? I'm hungry.
Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking off.
Duh, you're all boring.
All right. What we need to do is send one character over here because there's a drum there and we don't want anybody tipping off Well, we don't want you over here. How about
Just
Shadowheart?
Those eyes. Again? Do you want to become spider food?
What are they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from. What are they doing? Hiding in trees?
We're glitched again. Lizelle. It's a glitch tied to Lizelle somehow, where we lose our UI. Okay, so you need to switch to another person. Come down here. Character select. Pick somebody else. Save your game.
I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange. Right, what would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Go back to the main menu.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Although we're going to set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck up. I tell you, the Right, what would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly you won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Although we're going to set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck up.
Attacked someone. Only the guards are allowed to do that, as this one is a...
Good. Again.
Uh-oh, no. No, we gotta reload. Gotta reload. You can't. It's blown right there. If any one of them gets to a drum, you're done for. I don't know if there's any coffee, but I need a short little break.
I tell you, the
I will try so very hard when I get back to remember to switch it back over to the video. I'll be right back. I need coffee.
Certainly you won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Although we're going to set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Do you think the dwarf is ready yet? I'm hungry.
Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking off.
Duh, you're all boring.
I'm just saying, Those eyes.
Again? Do you want to become spider food?
What are they delaying for? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from.
What are they doing? Hiding in trees? We'll smoke 'em out, no problem. I tell you, the scrying eye was looking at me all strange.
Right. What would some drow wizard in Moonrise want to look at you for?
Certainly you won't be because of your beautiful eyes.
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Not like we're gonna set the true soul on fire.
They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spiders yet.
Okay.
Do you think the dwarf is ready?
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Bullshit. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space, or whatever plane of existence you're on. My ISP decided to do a maintenance